Welcome. You are live. Welcome. We are live together, you and I. Hey, Wealth Wizards. How y'all doing tonight? This is Reverend Valerie, love at your service, and I am so grateful. I'm really, really, really grateful because I feel in my spirit that this class is different from any other class I've ever taught. I feel in my spirit that there really is going to be, I know it might sound a little cliche, breakthrough, and we've been praying for breakthrough. A lot of folks have been praying for breakthrough, and especially with money. And that's one of my specialties on the YouTube channel. This channel is about magic, money, metaphysics. And we talk all about spirituality and money and the marriage of spirituality and money. And folks have a real hard time with money. Real hard time with money. And I struggled with money for many years. Very grateful that I no longer struggle with money. I'm so grateful. I am so thankful to teach you and share with you everything I know about this money business so that it can be cleaned up, it can be taken care of, and it can be addressed. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's joining us. Oh my God, look at all our peeps chiming in from all over. I saw Canada is with us tonight. How you doing, Canada? And I also saw that there is, let's see, our family members coming over from Canada. Shout yourself out if you are watching. I see all our peeps watching. I love it. I love it. I love it. We got a huge class for you tonight. I have a huge class for you planned tonight, beloved of God. You will be so happy that you tuned into this. At any moment that you're watching it, you will be so happy that you tuned into this. I promise you. And I promise you with a solemn oath that I will honor and respect your time, because I honor and value and respect my time. And I honor and value and respect you and your time. And we're going to get right down to business and have the most incredible class ever. So before we start, can you let me know that you can see the screen? I want to make sure that you can see my screen. So I'm just going to pause it for a moment, and I just want to make sure that you all can see my screen. Give me a shout out. Hey! Pop a little note in the chat and let me know that you can see the screen quite okay, and we shall get started. So I'm going to assume that everything is okay. I'll pop up back over to the chat in a moment. And tonight we're talking about divine money. I call it goddess money in the title of this class, because it really is that. It's God money, it's goddess money, it's divine money, it's gold. My God, you know how much I love talking about the financial markets. So before we get started, welcome, beloved. Welcome to Wealth Wizards class tonight. You're a wealth wizard. You got to give yourself a gift tonight. This is what I am going to ask of you, because I'm going to give you everything I have. I'm going to give you all of me. I'm fully focused here, and I am asking that you do the same. I'm going to require you to give yourself the present of your presence. Silence your phone. It's that important. Your wealth, your well-being, your financial wherewithal and health is that important. Because you could miss one tiny thing, and that could be the key to the breakthrough you're looking for. Close your apps, close Facebook, close it all. Pull out your pen and paper. Stay all the way to the end, because I have a gift for you. I know we use that on webinars all the time, and it sounds so hokey, but you know what? It works. It sounds hokey, but it works. Stay to the end. I have an incredible gift for you that I know you'll love. Sip your tea. Let's get down to business. First of all, what is this class about? I got to give my little disclaimer right up front. This is not tax advice, investment advice, insurance advice, or legal advice. Consult your tax advisor, your financial advisor, investment professional that you trust, your attorney and or your licensed insurance agent, and any other people that give you credible, valuable financial advice, your professionals. Next, do your due diligence. Research, read, study, learn, grow. You know, when I was learning to be, when I was being trained as a minister, there's one thing that always, one scripture we always hear: study to show yourself approved. And that goes for anything, not simply ministry. You know, the 10,000 hour rule, 10,000 hours makes a master. Study, study, study. And what's more important to study than wealth, financial markets, and how it works, especially for you in your life? Money touches every area of your life. Lastly, I come from the spiritual perspective, so I'm always going to tell you to turn within and let the voice guide you, the inner voice. See, my inner voice guides me in everything regarding all my finances. And I tell you one thing, the inner voice has never been wrong. Now, stockbrokers have been wrong, and financial professionals have been wrong, and mutual fund managers have been wrong, and everybody has been wrong at some point about something with regard to finances. Never has the inner voice of wisdom been wrong. It's what Oprah calls it, that gut. Some people call it that hunch. You know, different people have different names for it. Everybody has an inner guide. Everybody. And the more tuned you are into it, the better. All right, let's go next. What is this class about? So now I gave you the disclaimer. That's what it's not about. What is it about? This class is about freedom. It's about your freedom. This class is about the wealth, riches, and abundance that are your divine birthright. See, you don't have to work for something that's already yours. The first problem is that you've got to realize that it's already yours. So we work from a space of having, not from have not. The only thing that you create from have not is more have not. We come from a place of have in your consciousness. It's a wealth consciousness, abundance, prosperity consciousness. It's a consciousness of have, therefore I share. That's what this class is about. This class is about ideas. I'm going to give you a ton of ideas here, and I'm going to tell you a lot of stories, because you know, Reverend Val, on my channel, I love to tell you stories, and some of them are quite hilarious. So if you are entertained, that's wonderful, because I do love entertainment while we're learning. That's the kind of teacher I am, because sometimes humor helps medicine go down. Who am I? So glad you asked. Reverend Valerie Love, at your service, divine midwife of soul destiny. You can catch up with me at valerielove.com. I am an ordained minister of spiritual consciousness. What does that mean? I do not have a religion. So for people who are looking for, are you Christian? Are you Hindu? I don't belong in any box. I'm an immortal, infinite, eternal being. I don't have a religion. I used to have a religion a long time ago. I decided that I graduated it, and so that's what happened with that. I'm an ordained minister of spiritual consciousness. What does that mean? I support the ones I serve in spiritualizing their consciousness, that if you think more like God and less like a human, you'll get somewhere, and it'll be pretty spectacular. I'm a Christian witch. I know that sounds so odd and bizarre for some people watching this. Guess what? Google how I became a Christian witch, you'll get the whole story. I am an abundant living enthusiast, and y'all know me, I'm a Bitcoin evangelist, okay? Yes, I drank the Bitcoin Kool-Aid, and yes, I'm obsessed. That's just a disclaimer up front. I'm obsessed with Bitcoin. I feel like Bitcoin is the gold of the internet. Yet, Bitcoin is very goldish in its qualities, yet we're not talking about Bitcoin tonight. I am an inspirational speaker and author of 11 books. Very grateful to be the author of 11 books. I love writing. And I write books about practical spirituality. You can catch up with those also on Amazon.com and valerielove.com. I am the founder of the Destiny Coaching Academy and the Makani Movement, Freeing the Minds of Humankind. You hear more about that later. I'm also the founding minister of Boost Morning Inspiration. If you want to dial into Boost Morning Inspiration tomorrow morning, be with us in the morning, 6 a.m. live at 626-414-3569. And next, I'll tell you that's a little bit about my destiny, my purpose for being on the planet. As far as my experience, why am I talking to you about money? Well, besides the fact that I love the financial market so much that I study it all the time, like all the time. I was an American Express financial advisor for 7 years. I was a licensed stockbroker. From 1997 to 2004, I was a licensed life and health insurance agent. I sold life insurance, health insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance, all of that. I was an award-winning trainer and top producer with Financial Destination Incorporated. It was a Financial Destination Incorporated was a training company. Actually, it was a multi-level marketing company where we taught about finances. We did a lot of real estate investing. One of my best months there was almost $50,000 in real estate investments. I showed a lot of people how to invest in real estate, had a ball with real estate investing. That was really awesome. 20 plus years now it's been for me of studying and investing in financial markets, including stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, UITs, REITs, Forex, precious metals, and more. I love it. I love it. And I have extensive experience in financial retirement plans like Roth IRA, traditional IRA, SEP IRA, 401k, 403b, and TSP, CSRS, and our FERS from the federal government. That's big here in Washington, D.C. area. Because everybody around here works for the federal government. That's the biggest employer around here in these parts where I am. Now, what do I teach? I teach the marriage of money and spirituality. I'm a spiritual gal. Everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. That means money is spiritual. Money is spiritual. Money is spiritual. Put it in your mind. Don't forget it, ever. And I especially teach these principles to light workers, new age folks, and magical practitioners. Can I tell you a little story? I'm going to come off our presentation for a moment so that I can be sure that everybody is seeing. Hi from Lancaster, California. Hey. Hi, kings and queens. How are you? Greetings. Thanks, Reverend Val. Eternally grateful for you in this class. Oh, I'm so grateful you're here. Maddie, hi. Oh, screen on and off. Thank you, Maddie. Hello, Audi from North Ireland. Audi, hi. Oh, my God. How beautiful is that? Yes, I can see. Okay, Serena Williams says, yes, I can see. Maddie, I can see. Okay, very good. I'm going to go and make sure that we can see it here in the screen share. Okay, let's see now. Okay, I'm gonna do a little adjustment here, and I'm going to share again on screen share and be sure that I am sharing my screen. Let's do that. Give me one moment. All right, now I'm going to look at it again just to make sure I got the right screen up. Oh, how exciting, how exciting, how exciting, how exciting. All righty, we're good. So I teach the marriage of money and spirituality, and it's one of my favorite things to talk about. Here's a story I have to tell you. When I left my financial planning practice, I sold my financial planning practice in 2004 because I had this divine unction. I had to write the books, right? I had to write books. I hadn't written my first book yet. It took me 10 years to write and publish my first book. It does not take 10 years to write and publish a book. It just took me that long, okay? So I had a whole lot of stuff going on, and now, I would write a little bit and then lose the disc. And back then we had discs. Remember that? Back in the day we had floppy disks. Oh my God, I hope I don't sound ancient right now. Anyway, back then we had all these different kinds of contraptions called computers and discs and stuff like that. And you write and type. Oh, I want to write a book. You type, and then you lose manuscript, and you type, and you're like, where is that document? And then you type, and you lose that. And then that kept happening over and over. And then after a while, I was really driven to write. I love writing. I write every day. And something was telling me to sell my financial planning practice and to write my books, right? Be a teacher. Do the workshops, Valerie. I was already doing workshops at American Express. I was on radio. I did a lot of group conversations with investment clubs. Loved it. But what I always found was that we always wind up talking about the things that were beyond money. We started talking about emotional issues and why people do what they do with their money. And we started talking about things like how you always mate with your financial opposite. So invariably, I get a couple, the husband's always the spender and the wife's going to be the saver, or vice versa. The husband's the saver, the wife's the risk taker, the spender. You always get with your financial opposite. That has to happen. That's very purposeful. You know why? Because in the beginning, I've carefully studied this dynamic because it was very fascinating to me how they get in the office, at American Express, and they want to disagree about how we're going to do the money or whatever. And I was sometimes playing the referee, like, okay, we're going to get you what you want, wife. We're going to get you what you want, husband. Let's have this conversation in a way that's going to move the whole party forward, make everybody wealthier. How's that? So I studied this dynamic. Like, why do people have these relationships with people who treat the money exactly opposite? Like one's spending every week at the mall and the other one is saving every dime. They even have a secret stash, secret bank account because they can't expose any money to the spender because the spender will just spend it. They're just having fun. I realized something. I watch these couples when they first get together. And this is what I discovered. That there is a secret attraction and admiration for one another. For example, the spender is so free with their money. So when they're on a first date with the saver is looking at the spender like, wow, you know, they got that little air of being dangerous. They're so free. They don't care about pinching every penny. And there's this secret admiration of it. And the same thing with the spender. The spender is looking at the saver, and the saver is so stable and so calculated with their money. They carry their calculator around in their pocket. You know those kind of people? They carry their calculator around in their pocket, and they know exactly down to the penny like how much they have in every account at every moment. And they have spreadsheets, and they have Intuit, and they have Quicken, and they have multiple financial programs. You know those people? Maybe you're that person. I love people like that. I love spenders too. I love every kind of money type because they all teach us something different. And the spender has a secret admiration for the person who's so in control, like, wow, is so in control. And what happens is that they go forward in the relationship and they never acknowledge that they are two totally opposite money types. And therefore, they do not set up a protocol or a plan that supports both of them in being wealthier, spenders still having fun, saver having a little bit of fun too, and learning from the opposite money type, that soon enough they get into a war and all hell breaks loose. Yeah, that's what happens. So people would see me a lot about things like that. They just could not handle their money anymore. And people still see me for things like that because I'm a spiritual life coach. And back then, when I was a financial planner, and even now, I help people come to the root of it. So I sell my financial planning practice because I'm noticing I'm doing the spiritual work anyway with people, mental, spiritual, psychological, all of this. So, and I'm not a psychologist. I do not give psychological advice. I am a minister of spiritual consciousness. And to me, everything is a spiritual problem and everything has a spiritual solution at the core of it. So I sell my financial planning practice, right? So I'm going to write books and I'm going to be this workshop leader and I'm going to lead retreats and I'm going to do all these amazing things. And I did that. And so 2004, I sold my financial planning practice. I sat down, I wrote. I had all this money coming in every single month. I had nothing to concern myself with. I was newly married. I was married to a man who had won $17 million in the lottery. I really didn't have any money concern whatsoever. We lived in a gorgeous, big, huge house. And the house was taken care of by him. I didn't really have any concerns whatsoever about money. I had my fat checks coming in every month from my financial planning practice, and then not too many months after that, I got a book deal, and I got a book. I got a 5-figure book advance, and then after a while, I also was working with my multi-level marketing company, Financial Destination Incorporated, which I joined the year after. And money was coming in from that every single month residually. And then I started doing a lot of real estate deals, and money was coming in from that. So it wasn't really any concern whatsoever about money. So this is what happened. I went to I guess you could say it like a new age metaphysical like event. Like one of the first, I kind of belonged to like a metaphysical chapel, but I went to like one of these metaphysical events. It was probably like a prosperity thing or something like that. I was shocked. It was so shocking. I could not believe how shocking it was that everybody there wanted more money, but this probably was the most poverty-stricken consciousness group of people I had ever met in my life. And they were talking about saving the world and saving the whales and eating vegan and hating on Monsanto. But they didn't know anything about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, gold, Forex, life insurance. They thought all of that was rubbish, run by greedy corporate entities that wanted to take over the world. It wasn't spiritual. I mean, it was horrible. I wanted to just shake myself because I thought was going to catch cooties while I was in there. Now you have a woman coming. She got her designer bag, pulling up in her Lexus to the chapel, you know, straight out of being a financial advisor with American Express, where we talked about money every single day, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, this, that, the other, every single day, all day. That's all I talk about. And then I go into these spiritual realms, and these people, it was shocking. It was just shocking. Like, they were like, yes, we want to raise the awareness of evolutionary ascension to the 10th degree and the dimensions of the wonderfulness of the light of the cosmos. Well, broke as a joke. I couldn't stand it. Pardon me. Forgive me. That was just the experience I was having. I don't know if anybody's ever been there. But those are the kind of people I talk to. So now, why are you here, beloved? Are you a light worker, author, a coach? Do you hate on Monsanto? Are you fed up with the broken monetary system? It does have one goal, to impoverish you for its own benefit. We do understand that. But are you ready to take action to increase your wealth, prosperity, riches, and abundance, and help others do the same? If you answered yes, you're on the same page. I can't get with New Age people that just want to sit around and hold a crystal over their head and not do what is required as alchemists, as creators, reality creators, as ones who shape the entire cosmos. I cannot get with the ones who want to just sit around and talk about Monsanto. So if that's you could be excused from class if you want to just complain about the current monetary system. But if you're ready to do something about it, as the powerful reality shaper you came here to be, you're in the right place. Let's go to what's happening. Now, before we go to what's happening, I just got to check the chat because good. Coco Pepper said, great evening, Bitcoin Queen. Oh, I'll take that. Bitcoin Queen. Love it. Tyra said, hello, wonderful woman of love and light. Hi, Coach Tyra. Oh, my God. Coach Tyra is with us in the Destiny Coaching Academy. Love that. Denise Dyer. Greetings, Reverend Val. Love it, love it, love it. J. Renee Harris. Hi, from Lancaster, California. How? Oh, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's continue with our class. And so I'm making sure we're still on screen share so that everybody can see what's happening. So what's happening? This in one picture shows you what's happening. We're not going to dwell on the problem. We're going to just show you what's happening so we can all understand it. What's happening? This is what's happening. You have about $75 to $85 billion of free cash being created every single day, dumping into the economy, and you see the economy is this big black abyss, right? And look at Uncle Sam holding on by, like, you know, by a thread. This is the big problem, and people do not realize how problematic this is, because every dollar that's printed makes the dollar in your wallet less valuable. And do that to the tune of $75, $85 billion a day. You're talking about an out of control Federal Reserve pumping money continuously into a black hole, as we see here, with nothing to back it up other than our word, oh yeah, this money's good. And I heard someone say in one of the circles that I travel in, he said the US dollar means I owe you nothing, and the euro means who owes you nothing. It was so funny, because the US dollar at this point, all the economists are saying the same thing. It's unsustainable. There will be a crash. There will be a recession. We have had over 600 fiat currencies in the history of humankind. Do you know how many of them have failed? Every single one. But guess what? It gets better. Every fiat currency, what is a fiat currency? The stuff that you carry around in your wallet. You know, those 20s and 50s and 100s with what they call, Jeff Berwick calls them dead criminals, with the dead criminals on them. I don't know if they're all dead criminals, but dead presidents. Well, we do know for sure that some of them were criminals, because we do have the evidence that some of them were criminals. However, that you're walking around with in your pocket, that everybody's trying to get, why is everybody trying to get money? Money is practically worthless, and it's getting more worthless by the hour. right since we've been on the telephone, I mean, not on the phone, on this webinar, your money in your wallet has lost more value while we're sitting here. You're not even doing anything and you're losing money. Now, how can that bode well for you if you don't do something about it? And this is really where my heart and passion is, because people do not realize what's going on. And I believe America is in boiled frog mode right now. What's boiled frog? How do you boil a frog? You dump the frog, nice and alive and healthy and happy, into comfy, tepid water in a pot on a stove. And you slightly just come back every so often and just slightly turn the heat up a little bit more, turn the heat up a little bit more, turn the heat up a little bit more, until the frog is in this state where it's boiling and it can't even jump out. It's gotten that lethargic. I believe that's where about 80 to 90% of people in this world are. Definitely people in the Western world, and definitely people in America. I believe that many of Americans have drunk the Kool-Aid of the U.S., greatest country on the planet. I really do. However, how long before the whole thing blows up? Peter Schiff, who is an economist, a financial broker-dealer, he says people are beginning to recognize the shakiness of the economy. As a result, they're turning back to gold as a safe haven. Why gold? Well, gold is divine money. And this is where I got this from. Well, actually, I didn't only get it from here. This was my smoking bullet, my smoking gun, that gold was really something. Now, let's talk about gold for a minute. There's more things on the planet worth more than gold. Diamonds are worth more than gold. Platinum is worth more than gold. Palladium is worth more than platinum. But nobody asks for palladium or platinum. Well, I had a platinum engagement ring and a platinum wedding ring. It was very gorgeous. Yet, that's not the demand. The demand is gold. Why? Well, Rabbi Daniel Lapin, who's the author of Thou Shalt Prosper, excellent book. Get that book. I have a lot of resources in this class. Write the resources down. Get this book. He says, he said that God created gold, and God sort of stamped gold as the monetary value system of this planet, Earth. And then God put gold in the crust of the earth, knowing we would find it, and we would all love it, and we would all want it, and we would use it. And that's exactly what happened. And it says in Genesis 2:12, he says right in the very beginning of the Bible, that it says, and the gold of that land is good. And Rabbi Daniel Lapin can go into more detail of that. I'm giving you a broad stroke understanding or exposure to this, that it does have a spiritual significance, this gold, right? All right, let's go further. Why gold? Because gold has been used as a store of value for over 5,000 years, dating all the way back to ancient Egypt. And what we know about the Egyptians, master builders, master magicians, master alchemists, master astrologers, astronomers, cartographers, you go on and on and on. You had it all in ancient Egypt, right? Well, the ancient Egyptians used gold, one of the first civilizations to use gold as a store of value, as a medium of exchange, as money and coinage. And also, the Egyptians knew that when they buried their kings and queens and those of royalty, they always buried them with a gold. They put the gold, the sarcophagus was gold. And so this gold had a very, very strong significance in the psyche of the Egyptians. Now, guess what? That gold is still here, because the Egyptians were using it 5,000 years ago. The Egyptians are gone in the way that they were living before. Of course, we have Egyptians today, yet that civilization is what we now call an ancient civilization. Well, the gold that they were using is still here. It's virtually indestructible. So the same gold that the Egyptians use is still here. It might be on your finger. The very same gold. That's very interesting because it's indestructible. That means it can survive generation after generation after generation, long after the people who hoarded it were, I'm not saying the Egyptians hoarded it, whoever may hoard it, well, that's only going to be temporary, because eventually those people are going to die and the gold's still going to be here. Well, now, is it psychological, this gold thing? There's an inherent, David Morgan said, there's an inherent knowledge in the human species that knows that gold and silver have value. Like, you would never meet a sane, normal person who would just not acknowledge that there is value to gold and silver. Like, we just instinctively know that gold is good. And if you have a lot of it, these myths and legends that really show us our lives, right? They show us the journey of the soul. I love the myths about the pirates. And this is a legend for finding the treasure, right? And so you find the treasure and the treasure map. And what's always in the treasure chest? Gold. All these gold coins. And of course, you go into any kind of cave where the pirates have their cave. What's in the cave? Gold. All these gold coins, jewels, the gold necklaces, pearls, things like that. Mostly gold, right? Now, let's go to the legend of King Arthur and this chalice, the cup, this gourd, right? This also is supposed to be gold. So this chalice, this cup, is really this inner, what is it? Really refers to the heart, and it's really the golden nature of each person. So this gold thing is really in our psyche and in our consciousness. Now, James Rickards, whom I love, he's the author of The Death of Money and the coming collapse of the financial markets, the international financial markets. James Rickards says gold really is a money par excellence. That's what he says. It's a money par excellence. Mike Maloney, who's creator of The Hidden Secrets of Money. Watch it on YouTube. It'll just blow your mind. It's about a 5 to 6 video series. The Hidden Secrets of Money, and I believe he's also at hiddensecretsofmoney.com. Mike Maloney said gold and silver are the ultimate money. People are fighting over this paper stuff that's practically worthless or soon to be. Well, my big question is, why don't more of masses have gold? Why don't more people own gold? Could you put in the chat, if you do own gold, what prompted you to get it? If you don't own gold, what say you about that? Is it exposure? Is it, because I have my theory about that. I'm going to share it with you in a moment. I want to know about you and your experience. And is it that, unawareness? What is it? And let's come over to the chat for a moment so we can see what's going on. All right. Hi, Fire Fairy. What about the ingestion of monotonic gold? I am ordering some, and I heard it's like real life fairy dust, but from money and needs. That is incredible, Fire Fairy. I'm sure that is, it sounds like, it said, I used to eat gold flakes. Oh my God. We're pretty obsessed as a consciousness with this golden thing. Like magic has like these golden rays in it and this gold. It's a lot. It's really in there. That's a good question, Fire Fairy. I haven't heard of that, but let me know how that goes. Tanza Boarded asks, if I have gold, can I take it to the supermarket to buy groceries? That's an excellent question. Soon you will be, beloved. Because they ain't going to take them piles of paper crap that we got carrying around in our wallets right now. That's the whole purpose of this class, is so that we understand that there's a change coming. There is a huge change coming. And if Bitcoin doesn't completely disrupt the markets, which it's already doing, Bitcoin is completely disrupting the financial markets. But what I don't appreciate is that the average person is always the last person to get the news. All of the people who are the investors, the smart, wizzy people on Wall Street, they get the news right away because they're doing the stuff. The average people whom I'm here to serve and share and really talk and have these conversations with have no idea what's going on. It's like going on above their heads. And that's not cool. Red Peas, how you doing, love? Greetings and namaste. Chris, hi, beloved. Okay, screen share flashes on screen, then to your pick. Oh, thank you. Aloha from Maui. Yay, Maui. That's awesome. Lavata. Hi, boo. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, we're going to see what's happening with this flashing in and out. So hopefully it does not. Oh, you know what I know? Thank you. I got it. I got the idea. I know what to do. Thank you, class. See how the class helps the teacher? I got just the thing for this. We have to keep it off the, okay, we have to keep it off the profile. Let's see. Hi from broadcast. That's what's happening. We got. Give me a moment to fix this because I believe I know exactly how to fix this. Give me a moment because you know what it is. My voice is causing the thing to. Hold on. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try and see if that stops the flickering. You guys let me know if this is gonna stop the flickering. We're gonna go back on screen share. And let's see if this will stop the flickering back and forth. Now, let's go for it, okay? Because some of this is voice activated. And so, hey, I'm working with Google. I love Google. Hey, Google made me some money in stocks, so I ain't mad at Google. All right, let's go on. Let's continue. Here are the three big problems. So before we go into the three big problems, why don't more people own gold? Why don't more people have gold? I believe that there's three big problems with it. This is just my observation from now having worked with thousands of people in my coaching programs in the Destiny Coaching Academy. We train and certify money and wealth coaches. We have a new class coming up on February 9th. You can still join that class if you are so inclined. I'll give you more details about that later. I believe that there are three big problems that are facing people. So from all the people, there are thousands of people I've spoken with in my financial planning practice, in our workshops, our retreats, our Destiny Coaching Academy, my clients, the Money Mastermind 2016 that I have the privilege of coaching now. I've taught money manifestation classes. I've taught how to manifest money doing what you love. I've taught financial freedom classes. I believe that there are three big problems. The first one is ostrich syndrome. Now, if you're an ostrich and you have your head in the sand, that's okay because that's how God created you. But if you're a human being and you have your head in the sand, that is not cool. And this, I find, is one of the biggest problems with people and their finances. They don't pay attention to it, don't want to look at it, don't feel like being bothered. Please let it all go away. Overwhelmed. Don't know what to do. Blah. So they have the head in the sand. Beloved, if that's you, take a breath. Well, don't take a breath while your head's down in the sand. Pull your head gently up. Take a breath. Wipe the sand off your face. Stand up. Brush off your clothes. You are a human being, not an ostrich. Here's the second problem. Ignorance. People look at those guys on Wall Street, pork bellies, buy, hold, commodities, Dow, S&P, up, down, sideways, futures, oil, corn, and they don't know what they're talking about. And I believe the financial services industry kind of did this on purpose because when I became a financial planner, I had to study all this stuff, options and bond yields and stock analysis and all of these things that I actually did not use when I was a financial planner. And I like to keep it simple, but I believe, this is just a sneaky suspicion, that the financial services markets got overly complicated and complex so that it could absolutely keep out an ordinary average person, because if you're not doing this all day long, every day, you're at your workplace or running your business or doing whatever it is you're doing, you're not watching the stock market every day, all day. So a person who is on the stock market all day, every day, sitting at their computer or their Terminex or their terminal or their trading or whatever it is that they're doing, they're on it all day, every day. Aren't they going to know more about it than you? Aren't they going to get greater ideas and greater access to capital? And aren't they going to know things in advance, even if they're not supposed to? Well, they're rigging the whole thing. So how do you even, and we're talking trillions of dollars. I mean, so much money runs through that system. It's ignorance. People are like, I don't even know what they're talking about. You see that little ticker tape run underneath on CNBC, and it's like, wah, 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 Charlie Brown, right? I know how you feel. Clients used to tell me this all the time. Then if the person's not ignorant, they went to the other, I find that people go to the other extreme now. Confusion. They're confused because they went and looked at one website too many. They read this website, that website, Motley Fool, the CNBC, and then they went to them, and then they went and watched Shark Tank, and then they went and watched this, and they watched that, and they watched that, and they watched that. And now You have an overload of information. You done printed out every spreadsheet and graph and article from all the blogs. You read 20 financial blogs. 10 said do it and 10 said don't. They said this do it and don't about the same exact thing. You're totally confused, don't know what to do. And guess what? All of it leads to the same thing, inaction. Inaction. Now, why is this inappropriate for a light worker? You can't be there, light workers. You cannot. Here's 2 reasons why. 1, all 3 of these lead to inaction and are the result of fear. Are you governed by fear or are you governed by love? Now, you're not going to take down a system by fighting it. That's not how we do things. We already know that. How do you change anything? How do you transform anything? You transform anything with the power of love. That's how everything is transformed. There's one transforming agent in the entire universe, love. People who love technology come up with new and better and bigger ways to do things. People who love using their brain come up with things from their brain that we've never seen before, and we pay them for it. People who love to solve other people's problems, we pay them money, and we're happy they make our problems go away. Love is the only thing that transforms anything. So if you are working from fear, you're not going to be an active light worker that changes the globe. And that's why you came here. You came here to live a big destiny, change the globe. The second reason is this, why this is inappropriate for a light worker, is you are the light of the world. If you are not standing up, being the light, what hope is there for all the other people who are following behind you? Aren't you a leader, a thought leader? Aren't you an alchemist? Aren't you one who is a messenger? Don't you know that you have a message inside you? Well, how are you going to do that when money equals some level of influence? The more money you have, the more influential you become, and the more affluential you become. Well, if you're not very affluent or influential, how are you to get your message out? Get your message out to more and more and more and more people, and you help more and more and more and more people, more and more money will come to you, and then you can do more and more and more and more good on the planet. I'm about to go to India on Thursday. I came back from Bali a few months back. I spent 33 days in Bali. I didn't have to concern myself with when I was going, when I was coming back, how much it was costing, all that. By the grace of God, I'm very thankful. I didn't have to concern myself with spending several $1,000s to go to India. I'm very grateful, very thankful. I didn't have to concern myself with any of those things that I used to concern myself with now. The life I live now is a life that would have been unimaginable to the Valerie of many years ago. Solutions. Let's cut through the fear, demystify the process, and take powerful action that creates wealth. Would that be okay with you? First step, let's buy some gold. Now, before we actually buy gold, let's do it. Let's go for it. Can I see? I am bringing sterling on the physical plane. I want to manifest gold. I know that's right, Tanza. Gold. Maddie, wonderful coaching program. Would recommend to everyone. Yay! That's the Destiny Coaching Academy. I'm so excited. Thank you, Maddie. Tanza, how can I own Google stock? That's another conversation. We will absolutely have another conversation about that, Tanza, on another night. Havila, peace, Reverend Val, just joining in. You are talking about me tonight. Havila equals gold. That is so amazing, Havila, because from the first time we had conversation together, it was quite astounding that your name means gold. It was just astounding. I have a lot of coaching sessions with a lot of folks, and every so often something really astounding, well, every day something astounding happens that really makes me like, wow. And that was it, Havila. When I heard that, it was like, oh my God, like you're bound to be rich. Tyra, is the value of gold the same as money or more or less? Excellent. We're going to go into that now. I hope I'm saying this right. Kagimni Maya, do you recommend self-directed IRAs? I cannot answer that question in a void. I must know more about your financial situation about your whole picture. Many financial questions cannot be answered in a void because your financial picture is like your fingerprint. It is unique to you, and it depends upon many, many, many multiple factors. So it's never just a yes or a no. It depends. So you can absolutely go to my website, valerielove.com. I'm going to show you where you can get some answers later on. Tanza, medicine is made with sterling silver. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Sarita, I own gold. My great-grandmother used to own some. Excellent. Anne Marie, not enough knowledge and not yet enough resources to buy it. Anne Marie, I'm going to show you how you have resources right now to buy gold. We're going to buy it right now. Always wanted to buy gold, but don't know who to trust. Excellent. That's a great one. Maddie, gold and silver, old school. Grandparents advised long ago. Isn't that the truth? All right, let's do it, because this is going to cut through all of the issues. Nothing like taking action. So let's click on this link right here. Remember what I said, always do your due diligence. I did, I own gold. This is how I buy gold. This is how easily to buy gold and silver. And before we go into buying gold and silver, let's give you my gold strategy. Here's my gold strategy. Keep it simple. I guess you could call that my strategy for everything, because if it gets too complicated, I ain't doing it. And if a person tries to explain an investment to you, and it takes them more than 10 sentences or maybe even more than 3 sentences to explain the investment to you, don't do it. And if you don't understand it, don't do it. And if it doesn't seem simple, don't do it. Because I have found that most just buy some gold, hold it, that's it. Gold is so simple. What is not simple about gold? It's very simple. I like to keep it simple. Now, when buying gold, you'll see this on the website in a moment, I don't buy vanity coins. I'm not a coin collector. I'm an investor in precious metals. They are not necessarily the same thing. Some people are coin collectors. They love that. They do it for a hobby. They want to get all these rare and amazing coins. Those coins may or may not be worth what they are in their value of gold. Okay? I'm going to show you exactly what I like. I like American Eagles, gold and silver coins, and Canadian Maple Leaf, gold and silver coins. They are recognized globally. If a meltdown happened tomorrow of the money in this world, do you think there was any place you'd go if you had several gold coins in your house? Do you think there's anywhere you would go that you couldn't buy whatever you wanted to buy if you needed to with some gold? I'd take it from you. Trust me. Anybody, as long as they can prove it's real gold, oh, they will receive the gold from you. You will have whatever you want to have. And here's the most important thing about it. Gold right now, as we'll see, we'll get to the rate of gold in a moment. What do you think is going to happen if you wait to buy gold until all the financial markets fall out? They're already falling out. Gold is already gone for $250 per troy ounce, as gold is measured, up to about $1,100 per troy ounce right now. You're going to wait for it to go to $5,000? It is projected by some economists that gold will go to $5,000 in the next 12 to 18 months, maybe sooner. You're waiting for it to go to $5,000 before you buy some? I would recommend not doing that. Then, here's my next thing about gold. Have it shipped to you if you have safekeeping in your house. A simple safe is easy. That's very simple. You could get a safety deposit box at the bank. Now, to me, banks are very bad at doing money, but they are very good at security. Physical security, all that. So guess what? If you want a safe deposit box, you can keep your gold in a safe deposit box. Hey, even if the bank fails, your money, your gold will still be there. You won't be, if you're like the people in Greece and Cyprus, you will be standing on line trying to get your fiat dollars out of the cash machine. But just let the bank open in the morning and just go to the safe deposit box and get your gold out. You won't have no problem. Can you see the difference? And my strategy, always with everything, have fun being wealthy and becoming wealthy. Have fun with it. Learn, grow, go with what really speaks to you. You know, I only invest in stuff. I follow Warren Buffett, and I only invest in what I know and what I like. So there you have my very simple gold strategy. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist. Look how easily you can buy gold. Now, we are at American Precious Metals Exchange, APMEX.com. Like I said, do your due diligence. This is where I buy gold. You can buy gold from any number of wonderful places. You can also buy gold from Peter Schiff. Schiff Gold has an excellent reputation in the marketplace. This is not a recommendation to buy your gold from any particular place. You can also buy your gold from the U.S. Mint. So if you go to usmint.gov, you can buy your gold right from the mint. They're making it there. They're making the coins right there. You can buy it right there. I do find that the mint is higher. So as these open up, we'll see it. So this is where I buy gold. Now, if you go right over here, you see that there is the bid and the ask, and don't pay much attention to this. Keep it simple. It simply means that if you buying it is one price and selling it is another price. That's all that means, okay? Don't get too caught up in the game. Very simple. Let's go to gold. Do you see right here? I said I like two things. I like American Eagles and I like Royal Canadian Maple Leafs. See, this Royal Canadian Maple Leaf, this 5 nines gold is lovely because it means it's 99.99999% gold. That means 99.99% gold. You can't get more. Okay, so if you go here, we got all this gold that's 99.99999.9. Like I said, I like the Maple Leaf. Let's look at the American Eagle first. So we'll look at the American Eagle and we'll look at the Eagles. I just bought some the other day. So look at the gold eagles. And why the gold eagle and the maple leaf? Because the gold eagle and the maple leaf are recognizable all over the globe as par excellence 999, 4 nines gold, very pure gold, the best of the best. It's like an American Express of credit cards, I guess you could say. You know how everything has its best of the best kind of thing? So if you're going to buy coins, I don't recommend buying all these different coins. You know, people go, you can, do you see all these things you could do? You could do all of these things. Like I say, keep it simple. First one, American Eagle, that's from the United States Mint. We got from the Royal Canadian Mint, Maple Leafs, especially if you are not a numismatist. I can never say that word right. A person who collects coins. Do you realize how much you have to learn to understand how these coins are? If you're a coin collector, which ones are valuable, which ones will actually appreciate, which ones will turn out to be incredible investments. I don't want to learn all that. I'm not interested in coin collecting. Maybe you will be interested in coin collecting. That's not why I do gold. I do gold as a hedge against this fiat dollar, right? So Peter Schiff gold is also something to look at. Also, right here, if you don't want to trust anybody else, go to your old faithful U.S. government mint and get some of the gold. Ditch some of those dollars and get some gold. My God, I do find that the mint is higher because if you go to the gold coins, once again, and let's look at the American Eagle and let's compare the price, and you're going to see that the gold eagle at the mint is actually higher premium. They say premium. Premium means it costs more. So let's go to the gold eagle. And let's see. Let's find the gold eagle here. Coins, gold coins, search, American Eagle. Just put in the search, okay? Because you don't want to get caught up in the game. That's where people get confused. Don't look for a ton of things. Look for one thing. Okay, 1 ounce gold proof coin will be $14.10. Okay, this is the American Eagle 2015. Now, if you go to Ampex and we look at the very same gold eagle, we're looking at the gold eagle, right? 1 ounce gold eagle. Oh, let's look at the 1 ounce gold eagle. Pardon me, let's go back. And we're going to look at the 1 ounce gold eagle. Here we are right here. 1 ounce gold eagle is going to be, okay, this one is only $1170.89 if you're paying by check or wire and you're buying between 1 and 9 coins. See how it says top picks? Yeah, just go with that. Keep it simple. And if you are going to use your credit card or PayPal, there is a premium, 4%. So you get a 4% cash discount if you're using a check. You send them a check in the mail or you send them a wire. So let's say you're going to buy 1 of these, then you would pay $1170.89 if you are doing a wire or a check, or you pay PayPal or credit card $1,217.73. But guess what? What if you say, Reverend Valerie, I ain't got no $2,000 or $3,000, buy no 9 coins, $10,000? Guess what you do? Buy a smaller denomination. That's all. So go here And maybe you don't buy a whole gold eagle right now. You can buy half an ounce gold eagle. You can buy a quarter ounce gold eagle. You can buy a tenth of an ounce gold eagle. So let's go over to the tenth of an ounce gold eagle. How about this? Here's a tenth of an ounce gold eagle. Gold, okay? 117.76, 117.76. Now, remember, if you're getting between 1 and 49, you got your volume pricing over here. For the buy price, 117.76. Right here, volume pricing, if you get between 1 and 49, you can get them for $127.98 for one, for check or wire. Remember, you get a 4% discount if you use cash or credit card or PayPal. So let's just buy one. How about that? Just add one to the cart. Look how easy this is. You're buying gold right now. You just put a gold coin in your checkout, just like you're buying a book from Amazon.com. No difference. Don't make it complicated. Keep it very simple for yourself. And look how easy it will be for you to become wealthy. What if you did this once a week or once every week when you got paid? What if you just bought one coin? All right. So here I have. Please select your credit method, check or bank wire. You're going to see it's one price, $127.97, or credit card or PayPal. Want to do it out your PayPal account, $133.09. Pretty good. Begin checkout. Now I'm going to just do guest checkout here, and I'm just going to put a random email. Angels are gold. I hope that's nobody's at Zmail. I hope that's nobody's account that we're looking at. I'm just making this up. All right. So you're just going to do a guest checkout. Oh, please enter a valid email. Okay, realize that that was not a valid email. Let's go with angelsaregold@gmail. I hope that's nobody's email address. But if it is, they just got an email that they had oh, please enter. What? Oh, what are they doing? Checking to see if these are valid or not? How in the world did that happen? Let's see. Okay, let's see if that will work. Okay, that one worked. Okay, I did a random email. Now, here they'll offer you to do a storage to a depository. We talked about that earlier. You could put it in a vault, but no, just have it sent to you. Because let's say you're going to put it in your vault in your house. Let's say that you're going to put it somewhere. So you add a new address. That's all you do. And then you proceed to payment. Once you proceed to payment, it'll take you right to your checkout, where you can check out with either your credit card or your PayPal, and boom, they send you the gold. End of story. They'll send you an email. You have the gold. Now, one other thing I want to show you. One other thing I want to show you, and I think you're going to love this. I think you're going to love this. Let's go back to American Precious Metals Exchange. That's what this stands for. Let's go back to them for a second. And I got to show you something. If you don't want to start with gold, silver is a great buy right now. Do you see silver right here? Silver is in 21 cents, 14.31. Let's buy some silver. So let's, same thing with silver. American Silver Eagle or Royal Canadian Maple Leaf. Let's get the Maple Leaf. Look at this maple leaf. Only, let's see, which one do we want to buy? Let's get this silver maple leaf coin. Let's go with that one, the 2016. And look at this right here. $17.50 per coin. That means you could buy, if you're buying anywhere between 1 and 24, you could buy 5 silver coins right now. I know this is a gold class, but yeah, all the things that apply to gold can somewhat apply to silver as well, because silver is a powerful investment as well. So if you don't want to start with gold, you can start with silver. Look at that. You've got $87.50. So we already had the gold in our checkout. It's still there in our cart. For a couple of $100, you can have yourself a tenth of an ounce of gold and 5 silver coins. You are now an investor in precious metals. You see how easy and simple that can be. Now let's go to the chat because I know folks are saying a lot about this. My mom's fiance is a preacher. His message was so heartbreaking when he spoke on how money isn't everything and it won't bring you happiness. I'm a single mom and I've been broke most of my life, and being broke never made me happy. I want to invest for my boys and teach them how to early. I love that, J. Renee Harris. You in the right place. I don't know what preacher that was. However, I do know that there are preachers that do preach different kinds of things. I don't preach that. I don't preach that. Now, I do agree, money isn't everything, and money won't bring you happiness. But I tell you one thing, it can buy some very lovely things, and money is energy. Money is energy, and God is energy. That means money and God is the same thing. Now, that was not what I was taught growing up. I was similarly taught a similar kind of, I don't know if you want to call it the gospel or whatever, that you're not going to have a lot in this life, and in the next life it'll be wonderful. No, 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 no. Let's be wealthy now, shall we? I agree with you. J. Renee Harris, you keep investing for your children, and you come back to these wealth classes, and you absolutely invest for your children. Thank you about the voice fading in and can't see the screen. Okay, let's talk about, I hear about Krugerrands, and what about gold jewelry? I am not a big gold jewelry person. I don't like the jewelry thing. I don't like the jewelry thing. So, and I don't like, funny, this is very funny. This is what I want to say, and this is really, really funny. Do you notice that in class I said, keep it simple for yourselves, family. You can invest in Krugerrands if you want. I don't know what they are. I don't study those. What came to me as the simplest, most direct, most elegant, most ease-filled way to do this is to simply buy pure gold, either directly from the mint or from a trusted gold dealer, right? Trusted gold dealer. And the most trusted coins for me are American Eagles. And if you're going to start with coins, you could start with bars, gold bars. If you're going to do larger investments, you wouldn't do coins, you would do gold bars. But I imagine that most people here may have, you might not have $1 million to put into gold bars right now. So you can begin wherever you are. This class is to inspire you to take some kind of action, right? Now that you see how to buy gold, now that you see what Val's gold strategy is, here's how you go to the next level. Are you ready to go to the next level? All right, here's how you do that. Then we're going to wrap up class. You are building your wealth with gold, silver, Bitcoin, and more investments simply and perfectly for you. That's what your next level looks like. You're teaching others how to create wealth, even on a modest income, because it's not about how much you make. You're leaving a legacy for your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. You travel the world at your leisure in your style, right? You manifest money and become rich doing what you love. This is the life of a money and wealth coach with the Destiny Coaching Academy. This is the life you can live. This is the life that is the easiest, I would say fastest way to create an extra $5,000 or $10,000 a month is through coaching others. And I teach you exactly how to do that. That is the fastest way to do that. To go to the next level, I want you to go and hold on for a minute because I'm going to give you a free gift. I promise you a free gift before class ended. We got our free gift coming up. I want you to go to ValerieLove.com, and when you get to ValerieLove.com, you're going to see there that there is a tab that says Become a Coach. I want you to click on that tab, and as a matter of fact, you may see a picture of Maddie there. I'm not sure. You may see a picture of Maddie. I think Maddie may be on the Destiny Coaching Academy website, but as you can see, our next class of coaches starts February 9th. Now imagine if you were able to create an extra $5,000 a month coaching from home, anywhere along any coaching, anyone, anywhere around the globe. You don't have to have a huge investment to begin coaching, and you don't have to have equipment Because guess what? Your equipment is yourself and your phone or Skype. Can you imagine that you can start to build wealth, and not only that, you can teach others how to do it? So let's look at it for a moment. The Destiny Coaching Academy. Becoming Coach, it's got all the info here for you, that you are going to be joining an extraordinary group of beings on planet Earth in this class. And you're going to graduate at the Sedona Retreat December 1st to the 4th. I cannot tell you how much fun it was the last time we were at the Sedona Retreat. Oh my God, the last Sedona Retreat we did was incredible. So we got the Money Magic Sedona Retreat coming up. We got 6 modules in the class, and I want you to really look at the curriculum of the Destiny Coaching Academy, because we are very in-depth, and I spend a lot of time with my coaches over a period of 6 months, and you will really learn so much about yourself, about clients, about how to coach. You'll learn about the business of coaching. You'll learn about how to catalyze money manifestation, wealth creation for your clients. You also get the Bitcoin module that we just created. Can you imagine learning all of that? And look, here are some of our graduates. And oh my God, isn't it so amazing? There's Maddie. That's you, Maddie. Reverend D. Maddie Summerlin. How amazing. Graduates. We just have the most amazing graduates of the Destiny Coaching Academy. I'm grateful. That's what I know. I am grateful. Grateful, grateful. We got Coach Khadijah Ali. Y'all might know her from Facebook. She's an incredible coach. She has the Warrior Woman Wealth classes. Oh, she's incredible. Coach Linda Yerby. She is amazing. The original Coach Air, as we call her, and she's at dynamicrevelations.com. This Coach Khadijah is at khadijahcoaches.com. You can see her. Life Coach PJ. I love Life Coach PJ. Ladies, if you want to understand more about men and how to be in a great relationship with your man, hook up with Life Coach PJ, because he will give you some insights and he gives it straight, no chase. So that's what I love about Life Coach PJ. So many incredible. Coach Minister Joanne Meekins. Minister Joanne Meekins was our original Coach Water. All the coaches have their element, and she does amazing work with helping people get organized with their book and helping them publish their books in excellence. She takes you step by step. I mean, she's an incredible coach. Of course, Maddie, amazing yoga teacher, just an amazing being, bright light on the planet. Love her, love her. Altrina Powell, Minister Catherine Harrow, Rosa Hodge. We have so many. We have over 100 graduates now of the Destiny Coaching Academy. Can you see that I love, love, love the Destiny Coaching Academy? Okay. Now, if you register by this Friday, listen carefully. You'll receive the Money Magic Sedona Retreat as my gift. I gave away the Sedona Retreat to all of our registrants that register for Money Mastermind 2016. I was so excited. I felt like Oprah. I was giving them, you get a retreat, you get a retreat, you get a retreat. If you register for the Destiny Coaching Academy by Friday, January 29th, this Friday, I'll be in India while you're doing it. That's okay. You'll receive the Money Magic Sedona Retreat as my gift. And then the Sedona Money Magic Retreat will be up on my website very shortly. It's December 1st to the 4th in Sedona, Arizona. And all you'll be taken care of is your travel there, your accommodations, and your food. All the workshops, all the materials, all the retreat events will be covered for you. That's my gift to you. Now, if you're not registering for Money Manifestation, for Become a Money and Wealth Coach, I want to thank you. I have a free gift for you. Like I said, the free gift that I have for you, first of all, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. You're the reason I do what I do and the reason I love it. I love hearing from you about how your life is changing. I hear from so many of my LuvTubers. I love you, and I'm so grateful for you. So here's a free gift I'm giving you. Everybody gets this free gift. It's 7 income streams that pay you for life. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to copy this link, and you get my entire presentation only for you, for hanging with me all the way to the end in class today. And I'm going to put this link, yay, Maddie said, yes, I'm going to put this link right there. I just shared it with everybody. Tyra Chisholm, Coach Tyra says, I'm in it and I love it. Awesome coaching class. It is for real. Love it. Oh, I love that, Coach Tyra. Don't we have some deep conversations in the Destiny Coaching Academy? Oh, my God. Coach Maddie, very blessed. Oh, you're amazing, Maddie. Just so amazing. Coco Pepper, Ecclesiastes 10:19, a feast is made for laughter, and wine taketh merry, but money answereth all things. Woo! She said, in the name of Jesus, amen. I say amen. We about to have church in here. Maddie, how about gold jewelry? Oh, I think we answered that. Family, I love you. all I want to say to you is absolutely take the steps. I put the link to my whole presentation in the chat right here. You get it? You get my whole presentation on the 7 income streams, and I pray that you will be so blessed. Lavonda Banks, thank you, Reverend Val, for this awesome information. Be blessed. Oh my God, thank you. I'm so glad that all of you hung with me all night. I love you. Not all night, but you know, for this time that you hung with me. I love you. God bless you. And we're going to call it a wrap. Peace. Thank you, God.